What's with these guys?
Hello everyone, and of course welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy Ivorian Spice, and we are back at it again with the catch-up 134. Yes, another week, another painful week for us Manchester United fans, and it's going to be another painful week this week as well, guys. You know how it is. As always, we're here to discuss everything Manchester United, of course. You see the title, End the Man United season now, as I demand it to be ended because I've had enough of this, you know. And of course, when Rooney SLAMS players, Benjamin Sesko agent spotted at Old Trafford. And of course, the most infamous story that's going on, circulating in social media, the Old Trafford leak. The leaking roof of Old Trafford. But of course, let me just introduce you guys. But even before I introduce you to the rest of the mandem, remember to subscribe to Red United TV on YouTube. And of course, follow Red United TV on Instagram, Red United TV 1, baby. And follow me, especially on X, Ivorian_Spice, and follow Red United TV on Twitch. We're live across all social media platforms. We're live on YouTube. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, share, click on the membership button, become a member as well. And of course, we're live on X, Twitch, and also Rumble. So continue to follow on X and Rumble as well. Let me introduce you guys to the mandem, the panel. Everyone's here, except for, of course, Ola's busy. Congratulations to his brother as well, who just got married. So he's enjoying the festivities. Let me introduce you to the mandem, Jerome. Deps. Where is Deps, bro?
Yeah.
Yes, he's here. He's in his car. He's probably on his Kendrick setting right now. You know, it's feeling a bit vengeful, man. Big up to everyone that's tuning in, guys. You know how it is, man. You know Manchester United just let us down once again, man. Let me get straight into it, man, because, of course, let me just ring the doorbell. Ring the bell so we know that what is going on. We're about to start. If I can find it. That's if I can find it. I bet you at this moment now, it's crucial times, I probably won't be able to find it. Bloody hell. I cannot find it. Anyway, guys, I'll find it in a bit. But let's get straight into it. Let me get... You know how it is. It is Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. Manchester United... do you know what I have to say? It's a relief that it's only 1-0. Mandem, it's a relief that Manchester United just was able to just hold it up and 1-0. Where Arsenal themselves haven't been at their firing best. Let's be real with you. They weren't at their best. I think I would say, I'll be honest with everyone, they took it easy on us. They never went past first gear. They just said, you know what, let's allow Man United, bro. Let's sun them. Let's just treat them nice, because it's not nice to see them get trolled every week, you know. So let's just spare them the humiliation and just beat them simple 1-0. We get a job done, you know. Arsenal a win away or one game away from winning the Premier League. That's if Manchester City slip up against Spurs, you know. They're so desperate they're even supporting their own rivals to beat Manchester City so they can win the Premier League for the first time. And I have to say, if Arsenal win, Arsenal was equivalent to Nigeria winning the African Cup of Nations. We didn't want them to win because you know the amount of noises we're going to hear if Nigeria won the African Cup of Nations. They are similar as to Arsenal as well, bro.
I as a guardian object to what you just said. So
no, it's true. I'm talking about how loud they are, the fans. I'm talking about the fans.
Sorry, sir.
I'm talking about fans. Arsenal winning the Premier League is as equivalent to Nigeria winning the African Nation. The amount of noises you hear from the fans, and it will go long, hard throughout the whole summer.
All them Arsenal baddies gonna pop out from nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Big up to Jesse Upton as well. That says, not really because we were in the game. We actually could have scored. I think he mentioned something earlier on. I'll look at the comment. He said that Ahmed was the best player on the pitch, and it's so aggravated that he has taken till May to bold fraud to start mid. And also he says Garnacho is wasteful. Take off them CR7 boxes for fuck's sake. Yo, shots, man. Take off those CR7 boxes, bruv. That's all I gotta say, man. Big up to everyone that's tuning right now. Let me get straight into it. I'm gonna start it off with you, Ems, to get your overall thoughts, and I'll give you guys my overall thoughts last, man. Ems, your overall thoughts on that game against Arsenal.
You know what's mad, right? Mentally, I've checked out, so I wasn't even angry when the goal went in, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just routine, bro. How many cutbacks have I seen this season, bro?
So many.
That is shocking. I feel like, as you said, Arsenal went easy on us. I feel like they was never in top gear at all. If they wanted to kill, they could have killed it. I think it has come professional performance, where, you know, and it's mad because I felt like we hardly threatened, but I believe we only had 2 shots on target, and the first one was Casemiro's hit and hope, and that was in the second half, bro. So I feel like we barely laid a glove on them. I think Arsenal were tearing with us. They were comfortable, man, and I just feel like, mate, we're a gillion miles away to where we think we should be or want to be, and I just feel at this present moment of time, I think we have to accept there's going to be more pain to come, and I feel we have to fasten our seatbelts, and next season might be very, very difficult. But back to the game, I just feel like 1-0. I think most fans probably would have taken, if we were going to lose, we lost 1-0. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. Everything, I don't know, man. Just everything. I know we're going to talk about the leaky roof, but the roof just summed up the whole season itself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, all in all, I just felt like it shows that we have a bag average squad. I know we've got players out of position, all that riffraff, but I've seen certain managers, i.e. the Crystal Palace manager, come in and implement where he wants to play. So I think the man's got no excuse to about style of playing, all that crap. But yeah, man, for me, let's just get the season out of the way, man. I'm tired, man.
Ems is fully tired. He's vexed, you know. He's saying the leaky room would just epitomize exactly how it is, how bad things are run at Manchester United. Jegs is out here laughing, you know. I'm going to go straight to you, Depps, as well, man. I want to get your overall thoughts on that game against Arsenal. Let's not go too in-depth, you know. Let's just try and keep it brief because we've got a lot of things to talk about today.
Yeah, man.
Go on.
Same old. But to be honest, the match had a few more positives with Ahmad involved. You know, I think he showed Anthony levels. I think he showed, you know, Anthony how to actually perform down that side. You know, and I think the youth players, once again, you know, it was shocking to see Casemiro third time in that defence, man, and the type of performances he's had. You know what I'm saying? I do believe somebody should have learned that these things are going to happen every time you play that guy CB by now. You know, in the group chat, we talk about it all the time, innit? But to do with the game, slow game, real slow. United dominated everything, and it goes to show, like, it felt like a 1-0 with United dominating. You know, if Arsenal dominated, I felt like there might have been a bit more space for things to happen. But where United was dominated, you can't really create anything dominating the match at the moment. So, slow paced game, no real tempo, no real control. I think Arsenal dominated just from being resolute. You know, Saliba just said, "Come on, Garnacho, have a try." 5 times, 6 times, won it back, and then kept the ball. You know, those are the type of leadership qualities that it took to win a 1-0 game, innit? Other than that, a lot of poor performances, especially centre back. You know, but there weren't really many poor performances other than centre back and the Scott McTominay's of the game. You know, but yeah, man, there's not much really to talk about other than a slow paced game, man.
It's a slow-paced game for depths. Again, this is really hard for us Manchester United fans. Just every game we've been beaten back to back to back to back. Like, it hurts so much. Flipped over on the cooking pan, just been cooked. It's hard. Jerome, I know. You told me that you just managed to watch the highlights. You know, good on you to take a day off of Manchester United, man. Let me know what your overall thoughts of that highlight that you saw of Manchester United, because there ain't much to see from Man United.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to sit here and act like I watched the full game, because I was outside in it, enjoying the sun and enjoying life, not sitting at home stressed out of watching this dross. But going back to the game, I saw the highlights, and from what I saw, Arsenal were pretty comfortable. If we really pushed for it, we could have got a draw out of the game, because Arsenal didn't really play that well. They just did what they had to do, just almost like a professional job. They just treated us like we were just a small team that they just need to get through, and then just wait into the last game to see if they can bip City for the title. There wasn't really nothing to it. There was no excitement, and it just felt like United are just sort of just preparing for the FA Cup now. Based on the team that we put out, we should be quite content that we only lost the game 1-0, because before the game, I thought we was going to get battered like 4 or 5-0. I thought
Arsenal's
run
overrated.
through
Arsenal not that good, man. Like, they're good, don't get me wrong, but when you see teams like City,
Yeah, City would have destroyed us yesterday. They would have run through us with ease, but
they're not a good team. They're not.
But
Difficult to beat team, I say. Like, the three holding midfielders, Partey, Rice. Then you got, three
they
solid
got
centre
good
back
foundation
in
from
defence,
the midfield
White,
and the back four.
Saliba. So very difficult to break down.
Wait. Jerome ain't finished.
Yeah,
He's not finished, bro. You guys just interrupted him.
I agree with what they're saying. Yeah, also they got the foundations in place, isn't it? They're hard. I can't remember the last time they conceded a goal. So I think they got the best defense in the Prem.
Yo, Depth. So what are you, the hype man or something like that? You just doing vocals.
You know what?
Man, talk, bro.
I'm in my
He's in the
spiritual
zone,
realm.
innit?
You know what it is?
This guy been a
The man ain't been believing the man them for a while now. You know, like, we've always had disagreements. So me and the man them's been having disagreements here, behind the scenes and that. So now when I'm hearing the man them talking that, man's hearing Jerome talking, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Jerome's talking sense,
Oh, is it now? Is it now?
Hey, Jerome's talking sense. Like, first piece of sense man's heard in a while still.
Okay. Say no more. Say no more. But Jerome, let me let you land.
Yeah. So so obviously Arsenal came into the game knowing that they just had to get the win. That they didn't need to really push for it to battle us, because it's just 3 points they need at the end of the day. And it's not like we're in February or January or somewhere where you're looking at to boost goal difference and stuff. It's just get the win and then wait to the final day. So that's kind of how they treated us. And obviously, we'll probably talk about individual performances later on in the show.
Yeah.
But as a collective, we still play like a bunch of strangers, just freestyling and just doing what we want. And I can't remember us actually creating anything, if I'm going to be honest with you. Our expected goals was still less than 0, which is embarrassing at Old Trafford. So we had the possession, but we just don't know what to do with it. And it's quite shocking that after nearly 2 years, we still don't look like we understand each other as a team, and that's something that Ineos need to look at to confirm.
Sorry,
Like
one more time,
is
yeah.
right
But
for
what
the
it
team.
looked like, yeah, it looked like we understand the tactics now, yeah, but it's soulless. Like there's
Understand
nothing
the
to it.
tactics.
Yeah, bro. Like
I don't know about understanding the tactics,
the
bro. They
last two,
look clueless.
no, but you
Yeah,
know,
they
like
just
the last two games, yeah, the first two games, yeah, where I haven't seen United revert back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer tactic. Like they've continued to push this Ten Hag, hold the ball up to Højlund, play triangles in the corner of the box, and they can't push the line up quick enough in it. Something is having them play the tactical drills on the halfway line. So they're playing tactical drills on the halfway line now, where you're supposed to be playing an opposition box in it. So there's a lot to do, but I can see like United like getting drilled now. So you know that little training regime where they push the
the
ball
man they
in.
ain't agreeing with.
But
Like,
what are you
Yo,
what are
yo,
you
yo,
talking
yo. The
about?
chat ain't agreeing. The man
What are you
ain't
talking
agreeing with
about,
this, bro.
bro? What are you?
Ems, I don't know what
But
you
we
need to
always
no,
gonna agree,
but
man.
let me just
Man,
quickly
but we're always gonna
conclude.
disagree. We're
Let me
never
quickly
gonna
conclude.
agree.
Yeah,
We're
let
never
me
You
gonna
need that
conclude.
man
agree.
in black with
We're
the
never
dreads,
gonna
Yeah,
man.
nah,
agree.
man in black, you know,
Let-
he's
But
yeah,
we're never gonna
K-Dot
agree.
mode,
yeah.
bro.
No, let me
I know,
conclude.
obviously, I know the tactics in it. So
Hey,
I'm
but
sitting
let
down
Jerome finish,
football,
bro. Let Jerome
understanding
Yeah,
finish.
let me
tactics
just
in it.
quickly
Yeah,
conclude. Let me just conclude.
Where
Let
conclude.
me
the
just
man, they might not
conclude that.
understand tactics yet, innit?
You know
Yeah,
what, yeah? Let Jerome conclude and then let me
yeah,
have a go. And then we're going to get back
yeah,
to you on the tactics.
yeah. Let
Yeah,
me just
Because I want to
conclude.
hear what you have to, and you have to be a minute, bro.
yeah.
All right, then.
Yeah,
Go on,
let me
Jerome.
just
Sorry.
conclude. We're still a team that were just full of errors and full of anxiety. Like we create loads of errors every single game, and that's how we ultimately conceded the goal with Casemiro taking his time to get back on side, and Aaron Bissaka third this, but Aaron Bissaka, he just looks lost at the moment, like out there. I saw the way that goal was conceded, and he didn't know where Trossard was. Trossard just had him like bamboozled like for that.
Well, Jerome, I just want to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
Is it all on Aaron Bissaka, but wasn't it also the mispositioning of Casemiro as well? Because he left
Yeah,
back.
no, Casemiro has to definitely take a lot of the blame because he's the one that kept it on side because of him like taking his time. He looked like he was just like in his own world, didn't it? He wasn't even focused on the game. And I don't even think Casemiro should have even been put at centre back because we've seen in the last few games that he just doesn't want to play there. But the manager keeps putting him there. Well,
Fullbacks look
looking at
solid.
that goal, obviously the goal started from Onana's poor kick out.
They've
He
been
just
solid for
kicked it
years.
straight to an Arsenal player,
Yeah, people
unchallenged. And
forget
then,
that. People forget that.
yeah, he just kicked it straight to an Arsenal player. Like, I thought we brought Onana in for his ball playing abilities. He just casually passed it to the Arsenal guy. All it took was one pass down that right hand side. And our whole defense was just asleep. And that's how Arsenal scored. I can't remember Arsenal really creating anything clear cut after that. They didn't have to do much. And we just let the game go by really, and yeah, it's not looking good for the future at the moment unless Ineos like make some drastic changes because a lot of these scrubs that are in this team, they're just putting us down. And as M said earlier in the show, that leaking roof is just symbolic of our season. We're just leaking goals left, right, and centre, isn't it? So that's why the roof was just leaking like that because that way the whole stadium was just crying basically. So. Yeah.
You know, let me get my thoughts in as well. Big
Yeah.
up Rich Sport as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to Rich Sport as well. I'm just happy that it wasn't a 3-0, it wasn't a 4-0, it wasn't a 5-0, it wasn't a 7-0 embarrassment. You know, we was absolutely poor throughout the whole game. Minute one, I think Arsenal was all over us at the start. And then just when Manchester United started to play a bit of decent football, get themselves all composed, conceding the first goal. And that goal, again, like M says, it's criminal because how many times are we going to see Manchester United, the ball being cut back, someone taps it in? Like just playing champagne football all over us. And I've seen it so many times. And I'm wondering to myself, what is the manager doing in training to stop these things? Because it's a reoccurring thing. And Eric Ten Hag, if something reoccurs so many times, then it's an FYI, open your eyes and address the situation because it keeps repeating. But knowing our manager, he thinks he's fine and all that kind of stuff, you know. But it ain't. It's another performance where Manchester United just let us down. And again, injuries occurred during that match. Casemiro was a big disappointment. Alejandro Garnacho's decision making was a big disappointment. We're going to move on to Alejandro Garnacho. But before we even move on to Alejandro Garnacho and the players, Deps, you get 1 minute. What's his tactics that you was talking about, bro? because the comment was questioning your tactics, bro. Some of them called you, what's it called? Let me just go back to depth is speaking. 10 Haganese. See, I don't know what language that is.
Just watch
But
the
that's,
game.
that's what you should be
Haganese,
speaking.
Haganese, isn't it?
Haganese, bro.
What
10
you gotta do is
Haganese,
watch
bro.
the
That's the English
game
you're speaking.
and
So,
watch the
yeah,
pattern.
you got a minute, bro. Let's hear
Yeah, all
this.
you gotta do is watch the game, watch
Tactics.
the patterns.
No,
innit?
no,
I'll
no, no,
tell you
no.
the main.
Explain.
I'll tell you the main
No.
tactics. I'll tell you the main tactics. You got to watch the game,
Explain.
watch the pattern. So you got the centre back, right centre
Mm-hmm.
back,
Mm-hmm.
directly to the left winger. So that's a tactic. You're supposed to bring the ball down, play triangle in that area. Yeah. After he plays the ball, the problem is that United don't hold the ball up or win the ball back if they lose it. Yeah, so they always leave pressure on the defense. So they don't push the line up like what you saw. It goes in that corner, don't push the line up as you saw. And then obviously there's a big gap, like they always run at the defense. They're running at the defenders rather than being stopped by a low block in it. So that's first tactic. Second tactic is a triangle in it. So they build up play, playing one-touch football in the corner, in a triangle in it. So in a slalom.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
I'm listening. That makes sense.
Yeah. So play with the ball, passes, moves. Then the player receives the ball, and then he passes, moves, and they build their way up in it. So they play them two tactics predominantly for the last two matches in it. Watch the game, and every time United get the ball, they try to do it. They don't successfully do it, of course, but every single time, there's not a time where they got the ball and they don't try to do what I just told you to do. What I just told you. So that centre back, Casemiro, gets the ball. He tries to play a forward pass. That's the tactic in it. But he's supposed to play it into Højlund, or who's the right, or Garnacho, but we know how that goes. The last time he tried to play it into Højlund and Garnacho, we conceded goals. So now Casemiro's got the ball. I don't want to pass it into them because we're going to concede in it. So that's the problem right now.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I think you're probably highlighting the fact that we are missing Lisandro Martinez to make those passes. But yeah, that's steps, identifying the tactics. We're moving on from the tactics player-wise. Let's spend the next 2 minutes on the next 2-3 minutes on the players. Guys, I don't want to start because, I've already said that Garnacho hasn't played well. But I feel like, is Garnacho tired? Because he's played that for about over 30 games consecutively. And he shouldn't be playing this amount of games. He should have had someone deputizing him or someone ahead of him. He knows that himself. But is he tired?
I think he's mentally tired, man. He basically carried this team, a 19-year-old on his back, yeah, because you got certain certain man that claim they're Brazilian, but they're from Qatar, bro. Yeah? Not flipping, not doing nothing, man. Bro, it's a lot, bro. This guy should be going in and out of the team, bro. At the moment, we're down to our bare bones. I don't know what's going on, man. Just down to our bare bones, and I don't really tell him. I obviously his end product was shocking, but I just feel like, he's played, was it 30 something games consecutively, bro? It's a lot, bro. So I think we've got to cut a bit of slack, and I can tell he wants it, man. He's hungry, man. I like that for the young kid, but I just feel like, we need to take him out the firing line a bit. But obviously, the season's basically done. You know what I mean? Or it's done. So, but let's rest him for the cup final, I think. But yeah, man, I think Garnacho got to cut him some slack. Yeah, he was wasteful, but he always wanted the ball. He never hit. So I give him a bit of credit. I know Ahmad looked more impressive with the footwork, but I think Garnacho was hungry, man. I can't lie.
Yeah, do you agree, Jerome?
Yeah, with the Garnacho thing, I think the group know how I feel about the Garnacho thing. Obviously, I've been lenient because he's just 19, innit? This is like his first proper, full season, innit?
Yeah.
But I think long term, he needs to be on the bench and just come on as an impact sub and run at tired legs like he did last season.
I think short term, personally.
Yeah, short term. Unless he develops, then that's his role, impact sub. Because now, every time this guy gets the ball, all he does is just run into people, and he never passes. All he does is just shoot wildly. Every time he shoots at goal, he always misses wildly. It's never close.
I think he's been on the right though.
I think his best position is on the left, to be honest, but he's just too predictable, isn't it? Just cutting all the time on his right.
I think he's like Ronaldo, bro. I think he's like Ronaldo when he was 19, bro. Like, he was very naive.
Yeah. Well, he's nowhere near Ronaldo's level at 19.
Zero end product,
different.
but he's got ability. Like, he's not, like, he was very naive still.
So what steps you think allow him to make his mistakes, and then eventually, just like Ronaldo, everything just comes together?
Yeah, but remember, Ronaldo was winning, innit? So he was able to be the main guy of a winning team, innit? You know, in Europe as well. So
Yeah, I think
that's
Garnacho,
the
he's
main
got
difference
a
with the
long way
guy.
to go from what I see because he just seems to make the wrong decisions all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's hungry, he's got energy, he runs, and that's a good trait to have.
Like
Innit? You want
imagine
players that want to
Garnacho
try.
being able to take the helm at Man City. You can see that happening. He's 19. He's playing for a winning team. He could eventually become the main guy in a winning team.
At
He's
the
that kind
moment,
of
with
guy.
Garnacho, I'm not seeing much change, much difference to Dan James. If I'm going to be honest with you,
Whoa!
Dan
Wow!
James,
Wait.
Dan
Hold on.
James.
Wait.
Look. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me
Jerome
finish.
Lamb, because
Way out,
Dan
Let me
James, bro,
finish.
James.
Let me
we got.
finish. Let me finish.
I need to
Let
see
me
line.
finish.
That's it.
What Dan James was doing is what
Dan
Garnacho was
James,
doing.
wow.
Wasn't Dan James running into people?
Yes.
In fact, Dan James, he puts the ball in, he crosses the ball in.
I know you don't like
Garnacho
this
doesn't
guy
cross the
now.
ball in. All
100% you don't
Garnacho
like
does
this
is
guy.
running and shoot. So
Yeah,
that's
man.
all I got to say.
Jesse Uptown's like, nah, man. Dan James comparison is
Yeah,
crazy
that
work, man.
bicycle
And
kick.
let's moving on from
Wow.
Garnacho. Another player. We speak on this last player because we want to move on to the other segment. Come off the Man United situation. Another player that's been just piss poor and playing in centre. Obviously, I know he's playing out of position, and this deficiencies will show more when you play against a good side. But Casemiro, guys, let's have that conversation, man.
Bro, he's in the Premier League, bro. Like you can't like
He's
this
given
is
up.
like I don't even blame Cass for everything that's happening. Yeah, it's like you're telling Cass to work miracles every single game. Like without Casemiro, we're like we're trophy. It feels like we're trophyless, bro.
Because
Like we're
he's
not.
got the big five
Yeah,
in
like
that, yeah.
it don't look like it looks like we take him away from the team. Yeah, it looks like we're just little boys running around. Casemiro feels like the only man to take hold of the game and make sure, unless it's Bruno. At times, Casemiro looks like the only guy that can take hold of the game and do some grown man shit on the pitch, bro. The rest of them look like they don't even know what they're doing. Casemiro just looks like he's getting old and he's losing ability. And to be in a losing team, yeah, everyone's gonna point the fingers at the best players, and it's been Casemiro's turn now, man. It's like I can't blame the guy for not having pace and then being told to play a very high line, innit? Like that's.
And on top of that, played out of position, centre
Yeah,
back.
like and then you look on the bench and Willie Cullen Barler's on the bench, and not to say Amrabat did poorly because he did quite well in it, but I'm pretty sure Casemiro could have had a much more impactful game in that position.
Quick question, guys. Do you think Camberwala was fit enough to play that centre back position with probably Evans and then Casemiro going back into midfield?
We was
Yeah.
listening to Rooney. I think Rooney said everybody's fit, bro. Like you can play football in it, but I don't
Yeah,
think Ten
everyone's fit.
Hag is
Yeah,
strong
I
enough. I
agree
don't
with
think
Rooney.
he's strong enough to say raw. Like
We'll get to the Rooney comments next.
I'm gonna be balling the proper team. Like he's clearly got his favoritisms after watching Anthony versus Ahmad. Like it's like that's Ahmad
The
is gonna take
yeah,
Anthony 24/7, bro.
the
So
problem
to
that we
see all
have.
these things unfolding, it's like Ten Hag needs to be strong enough to take home with the club and not have favoritisms in a moment where like we've got all these injuries. You're not gonna have a proper squad anyway. Like forget favoritisms out the window. Like just get the results from now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you got 26, 27 players to choose from, then you can choose your favorite players. Till then, you choose your best team, and Ten Hag ain't like he's clearly ain't done that with the results he's been getting, man.
And
Yeah, you know the
Jerome,
thing with what was I say? The thing with Casemiro is that because he's got such a high standing in football, he's not the kind of player that wants to be playing that position for too long. That's why I was saying that after a couple of games, just move him back to his favorite position. And if we've got Camboalo on the bench, just put them
But
on.
Bob was saying it. Like, remember, I was saying in the group chat, nah, forget. Like, Casemiro looks good in the CB versus one of the big teams. Was it Liverpool or Chelsea?
But
And
every
Bob was
time I
like,
see
no.
Cas played at centre
no,
back,
Bob
he's
was
always
like,
making
no.
mistakes.
Bob was like, no, like he's not that good. Like he's got a lot of mistakes in him. And it's like, if Bob can see it, why can't Ten Hag see these things? Like, it don't take 3 games
Ten
to
Hag don't
see
see
these
the
things,
stuff
man.
that we don't see, and which is quite obvious.
Like the
He
man then know
ignores
what's
it. Like,
going on
let's
in
be
the
Yeah, he
real.
Ten
just
Like,
Hag is
ignores
not.
it and
he
he
ignores it.
just
But
sticks with
He
it.
needs to do.
He doesn't. He's stubborn, isn't it? He just sticks with what he believes in, even if it's wrong and it's staring him in the face. And I think that's one of the traits that could ultimately cost him his job if he doesn't
Yeah.
fix up. Because like the guy said, you better off just put him
Finish
in
off.
in the middle of the park and putting someone else in defence. Scott could have played. Scott plays defence
Just to
for
push the line up,
Scotland.
like
He could have
good manager,
put
the
Scott in
pushing.
defence. He could have done something to change it up. Because when was the last time we won a game?
I'm sorry, yeah. I hear
Guys,
all this.
quickly round it up. We're gonna move it on. But Ems, finish what you have to say, and then we move on.
I hear all of that, but bro, that thing, that line, that's basic, bro. I don't care if you're a fucking striker and you're playing centre back, fam. That should have pushed up. That is fundamentals, fam. He's a professional footballer. He should know better. But bro, it seems like man moving like Man United to him is flipping out Etifak or something, bro. I don't know, bro.
You know my Kaz said my back. I broke my back. That's Casemiro right now, fam. That man looks broken, bro. I watched him. Yeah. He's not running. Like I watched him.
Wait.
He's not running strong. Bro.
Let Ems finish. Ems was not finished, bro. Let him finish. And I'm changing the topics. We need to move on to the Rooney. We're too deep into the show.
Yeah, but I think he was like, I don't know, man. I think Man United going forward needs to stop buying these type of players that they're coming in for the last big payday and start going for players that are under 28, 27 or something. But anyway, that's what I want to say about Castro.
Right, guys. As we move it up to the next topic, we have Wayne Rooney. I've got a video for you guys to see, and then of course we have an open discussion about the video. I'm going to let Deps start first. Deps, stay within the topic. We're focusing straight on what Rooney said and only what Rooney says, nothing more. And then that's going to last 10 minutes. We'll move on to the next segment. But I'm going to play you guys the video of Rooney, what he said yesterday. For those who don't know, let me give you a little background story. Rooney was asked the question whether he believes that the players are faking their injuries and they are fit, ready to play. And he just gave his honest opinions, especially in the past as he was a former player. I'm going to go straight to the video, which was on Sky Sports. Let me just get it there. Have you guys on the side, have it ready. Let's watch this video.
Very good players in that squad, and the performances are way below par. And as we look at the injuries they've picked up, and some of them players can play. With
the injured players.
Yeah, 100%.
That's quite a big claim. That you're saying that some Manchester United players who we're not seeing out there now are fit enough to be in that, and that's their choice.
You've got European Championships coming up. You've got an FA final coming up. It's easy for players to, because they're getting a little bit of stick now, it's easy for players to stay out for a little bit and then come back towards the final and get themselves ready for the European Championships. And you've seen it. I've seen it myself over the years. So I just think the players who are being injured, they're not filling themselves with any credit at the minute. And the manager's going to take all the stick for that.
If Manchester United want the best chance of success moving forward, we know they're changing from the top all the way through. Would you have Erik ten Hag as your choice?
It reminds me of Men in Black, if I'm being honest. He starts talking, presses his button on his pen, and it finishes. And I'm
and then forget about that guy because he ain't really important. But you guys heard it right there. Rooney feels like the players are faking their injuries, probably saying that, no, I don't want to play. I've seen quite a few of that. I would like to say someone like a certain captain of ours who committed a foul to avoid a Liverpool game. There's scenes of players doing that, players calling in sick and etc., lying about how they're sick. But what Rooney says there, it probably does happen. He knows
I
because
agree.
he's been a football player.
I agree.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not. I did say Deps will start the conversation of.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm deaf. Sorry.
So Deps, what you just saw there. Let's start the conversation, and the rest of you guys can join in. We've got like 10 minutes. Deps, what's your thought on that? What you just saw there?
Not as such. I believe that there's maybe like 1 or 2 cases, but I believe there's something horribly sinister happening at United in terms of injuries and illnesses and what they're doing in their private lives rather than, people faking injuries. I do believe that maybe like some players have niggles and they're refusing injections to get through these games, to say like they lack that type of determination to say, well, Villa's coming up, I've got a niggle, I'm not going to play for injections in it. Forget that. I want to recover full health and do things with my wife rather than play for injections. So I do believe that level of commitment maybe, but to say man's out and out feigning an injury, I don't believe that. No.
Mason said he done everything to play games. You know, he took injections just so he can play games on the weekend. He didn't care. He didn't know exactly what he had to do. Even if he had to sniff a line of Charlie to play on the weekend, as he's infamously known for, he would have done it at the end of the day, man. I do believe players are taking a step back because right now it's hard to play for Manchester United. You know, you want to do everything to stay away from the limelight. You know, you don't want to be in the back page getting dissed and trolled. Like players like Martial's been out for the whole season, but I do believe he's been fit for a very long time. But you know what? He just said, "Fuck this, man. I just can't come. I can't be bothered. So I'm just going to tell the manager that I'm just not fit and I don't want to play." I believe players are opting out not to play. Like there are players that want to play and there's players that don't want to play. Does anyone else have the opinion of that?
I agree with you.
Go
on, Jerome. Jerome.
No, I was just gonna say we discussed this in a group chat like more than 2 weeks ago that we thought that players were faking injuries, and I think it's true because what I was saying before is that it's very unlikely for a team that's since January we were playing one game a week. We weren't playing in Europe, and we accumulated all these injuries. Where if you've got clubs like Liverpool, Arsenal, and City that play a much more progressive and aggressive style of play, and they do a lot more running, and they get less injuries than us. So it's not adding up. And every time we play, we seem to get injuries. Every time we play a game, someone pulls up with injuries.
Man's hurt. Man, Rooney's a troll. Like after man heard him at Birmingham, man ain't trying to believe that guy, bro.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with that, man.
Yeah, but that's like his footballing knowledge, bro. Like,
no, but that's nothing to do with that. He's an ex-player. He knows how players move.
Yeah, because I believe Rooney. Because Rooney would have done anything possible to be fit to play.
Exactly.
So I can
understand that bit to say, right, like Rooney would have done anything to play that game. I do believe the players are doing that, but Rooney's a troll. Like Rooney.
So you don't believe that? Sorry, I just saw a waterfall of Old Trafford. You don't believe that none of these players are saying, you know what, boss, even though I'm fit, I don't want to play. You don't believe players are backing up?
Nah, not many.
You know,
you don't believe that?
Funnily enough,
when I went
this happened on the Ralph.
Park, you see them up front.
Players checked out on the Ralph.
I've seen him up front. No, I've seen him up front.
Look injured. Like someone like there's been injuries all over the place. Like teams have had their injuries in it. Like bare teams has had this injury problem in it. Apart from the top two in it, the top two have gone through this injury thing virtually unscathed in it. But the rest of the teams have had injuries in it. So I'm not going to say that there's not going to be injuries in it. I feel like maybe one team a season, a guy says, "Right, I've been on the lash and I pulled up with an injury and I can't play in the weekend." Do you know what I'm saying? Like it happens in teams, innit? But I don't believe like all these players are now like turning up injured on purpose and like on a.
That means we must have extremely bad luck then if we get getting all these.
Yeah,
I want to hear what Ems has to say because he hasn't said anything.
I believe the bad luck we had is that we got shit players for the injuries that we occur. So Newcastle might get injuries and they've got some average players. Do you know what I'm saying? Liverpool's might and then they got some average players, but United's got players that's lost 7-0 against Liverpool, bro. Being called up to say, come on, let's not lose 7-0 again. Never to say, no, let's win the game. Just never get beat 7-0 again, innit? Like, that's what United's got in their team right now.
And so what's your thoughts on this situation?
I agree with Wazza, man. The game's gone south. Like, certain man got a little ankle knock and they don't want to flip. They want to sit out, bro. Can you imagine the masseur, like the masseurs, whatever they call him, bro? Bro, how many players to fucking look after, bro? For me, there are certain players that are either scared to wear the jersey because they're scared of the criticism, or, bro, they're saving themselves for the cup final or the Euros, bro. And that's an insult. How do you not want to play for Man United Football Club? I know there's certain man here, if they had their ability, lost a bit of weight, all of them thing there, bro, they'll play for Man United, bro.
Trust me. Let me tell you something right now. Even if I had a hamstring injury, as a fan, and Old Trafford messaged me and said, "Yo, Ivorian Spice, come play one little friendly, you know, with us, you know." Yeah, I'm not gonna say, "Yeah, I can't do it, bro." I'm willing. I'm gonna go to my GP and give me a steroid injection if you have to, bro, because I'm willing to play. Because I want to fight for this club. I believe there's not that much Man United players that were willing to fight for the badge.
One thing that I think might happen, you're going to see a few more injuries pop up as soon as the season ends. Players that we want gone, scrubs, they're going to be injured so that they can't get a move and they stay here. on their high wages.
You just watch, guys. You just watch as towards the end of the season, because the Euros is coming, the FA Cup final is coming. You'll see how many players are going to start declaring that they're fit. All
But
of
it
a
was
sudden.
supposed to be that. It was supposed to be like that, though.
We'll see. But let me just move it on, guys. Let's end it there. Move on to the second subject, and of course, it is the Old Trafford leak, guys. I mean, just show you that it is an embarrassment. The amount of videos that I've seen of Old Trafford, because after losing that game, which was even bad enough, but what hurt me the most, was seeing that league. That league epitomized the management of Glazers, how badly run Manchester United. It wasn't even a league; it was a flood. It was a flood. I've never seen such a flood in the stadium. Each time I see a video, I'm so embarrassed. I hold my head down. I'm like, you know what? Man, them are calling it the Old Trafford Fools. You get me? Man, them are calling it Old Toilet instead of Old Trafford. You know, it's peak here in the streets. We're getting trolled on differently, you know. Let me show you guys the videos. For those who are unaware and don't really know what's going on, let me show you a couple of things. I'm on Instagram right now. You just look at this. Look at it. It's embarrassing. The next one.
They haven't fixed it yet, and to Jim Ratcliffe, who was here
Look at
today,
this.
that's
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. At the end of the match, this is what we saw.
The team or the roof?
See the commentators saying, "Oh, they haven't fixed it yet."
Here.
They haven't fixed. We've been talking about this leak for a very long time. Look at this. This is you can get free if you went down there. And I'm going to show you one more thing. This one here.
My fucking words. Look at the state of this.
I bet you the grass is happy to get watered. This is Manchester United Football Club, the biggest club in the world, you know, big Man United.
Oh my
it just shows us how fucked we are. We are so fucked.
And I would have loved Avram Glazer to, but he weren't there, was he? He went to the women's.
He went to the women's game.
He decided to go to the women's FA Cup to avoid getting cooked.
Yeah,
you know?
I would have loved to have seen his face watching that roof. See if he's gonna get his purse out.
Bro, I just couldn't believe it. Manchester United's the stadium, and you look at the people the commissioners of the Premier League who action all these owners to come in. Oh, they figured to themselves, yo, this is not right. We allowed this to happen. We never even did a proper fit test before the Glazers come in. You know what? How about you take some ownership and say, you know what, my bad, it's on us. We want to reassess that whole takeover and speak to the Glazers and ask them, why is this like that? Because a football stadium, Manchester United, you need to be assessed to pass the standards. And I don't even think we meet the standards of Premier League regulation fit for stadium to actually be playing Premier League game, because that's unacceptable. A roof like that, you lucky. It could be worse than that. It could have collapsed on everyone and death would have occurred. The Glazers are lucky that it didn't collapse and some deaths or injuries would have occurred, because if they did, boy, oh boy, they're solely responsible for that, man. I just don't know how they're able to be still in this club. That no one of high authority saying, you know what, we need to investigate the Glazers. You know, this can't happen. This is Manchester United. Manchester United are like a face of England in the Premier League. One of the big boys. You know, what do you call it? A blue flag company in the Premier League, and you're allowing us to be embarrassed like that in the world. It's probably worldwide right now, because you know how we do it. We're worldwide. You know, everyone knows that our roof leaked yesterday. Not even leaked, flooded. It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed as a Manchester United fan. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Personally, I think after it's been viewed like that globally, I think they're definitely gonna do something about that, because that's embarrassing. That's like someone comes to your house, bro. This sound like flooding, bro. Or mad mold somewhere. You be embarrassed. So I think it has to be addressed, bro. You know what I mean? You don't want to be the talk of the. You know them ones. If your brother goes to your house, and you got mold in that from, you know the guy in school or college or whatever, say, bro, I went to my man's yard. You got bare mold from, for example, from. So I think Man United need to get it sorted, man. It's embarrassing. I've never seen that before, bro. It's embarrassing. We have that. I told you earlier on, Ivorian, that roof leaking sums up Manchester United Football Club. End of story.
Embarrassing, guys. It's like having mice in your house and you got to guess and you're hoping that the mice don't show up. Because once they show up, you're embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
And then coming back to your house again.
It's bad. It is bad. It's just bad. It just shows how badly they run this football club. How did they get away with this? Like people be complaining about the leaks for season after season after season, and they've ignored fixing it. I don't believe they bothered fixing it. They just ignored it, and you can see that. You definitely know that a pipe burst. A pipe did burst and it exploded. And I'm glad this was shown on televised TV, so the Glazers themselves have a lot to answer to. But it also shows how much work Ratcliffe has. If he saw the performance, he said, "Fucking no, this cute football club is shit." Then you see your roof leaking, and thinking, "Fucking no, I've got a lot of work to do. Not just the players I need to get rid of, or the manager, and also fix the training ground, but that leak cost like 200 million."
I think they're definitely going to have to get it sorted. As Emmy said, it's been shown globally now. Like the Glazers can't be walking around. People are going to be like, "What the club that you own's got a leaking roof, and you're going to sort it out." Like
health authorities,
having that sort of conversation it's not good for their brand image. So it's definitely going to get sorted at some point because enough's enough now, isn't it? How much more embarrassing can you get on the pitch and off
the pitch? It hurts, man. It hurts, man. Depps, what's your thoughts on this?
Just shows like the level of professionalism that the owners have shown on and off the pitch, innit? You know, not only is things going wrong on the pitch, but it's clear to see, you know, the superstars going there, Ronaldo, and now you see the leaking roof, that things ain't happening off the pitch either. So it just shows that, you know, a major change and rebuild of not just the squad, but the surrounding area of Manchester United Football Club.
And again, it's a big investment, you know. Ratcliffe, you've got a job on your hand, you know. Ronaldo was right. Somehow, I remember what Ronaldo said, nothing has changed. The swimming pool that I left when I was 22 or 23 is the same swimming pool that I returned to when I'm 15 years later, when I'm 37. When he was 37, and you had to remember how old he was when he returned back to us. Yeah. Nothing changed. The guy left us at the age of 24, come back 37, 10 years later and a bit, and it's the same swimming pool. Caffey's still here. It's the same chef. Like, don't you need to retire, chef? Like,
no renovations or nothing.
He got straight for no damn reason in that interview. He's probably thinking, "What did I do to you, Ronnie? What did I do to you?" But yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's just no improvement, like no evolution, as Ronaldo said.
Boy, said it to the ops, isn't
it? No development at all, man. It really hurts. Before we move up to our last topic, guys, smash that like button and share across all social media platforms. We're looking for 10 likes minimum for those who's tuning. Big up to everyone that's in the comments as well. It's all fire today as well. Big up Jesse Uptown and Jegs as well. Someone come to your house and there's no toilet seat. Yeah, it's Pete. Yeah, I keep it. Have you ever been to someone's house and you realize they don't have a toilet seat? What's that, big man? What's going on, like? You don't have a toilet seat. That's the essential.
Squat house, isn't it? Them squat houses. That ain't made no rent on that. And
what's going on? Like, I can't sit my ass down on your toilet now. I don't know where that's been. But yes, guys, last thing that we need to discuss, of course, Benjamin Sesko agent appearing at Old Trafford, picture there, whether it's for Arsenal or Manchester United. I'd like to believe that it is for Manchester United, but both teams are looking for a striker for next season. Manchester United are looking for a striker to either be, from what I've read, from what I know, they're looking for an experienced striker who can do the damn thing. And Benjamin Sesko isn't the type of guy that's experienced, that can do the damn thing, that can score more than 20 goals and look after and teach Rasmus Højlund how to be a striker in the Premier League or to be a complete striker. I'm not of the belief that Benjamin Sesko's agent was there for Manchester United to try and structure a deal. I feel like it's more for Arsenal, you know, because Arsenal the one that needs a striker. What's your thoughts, guys, before we end the show on last 10 minutes on Sesko's agent appearing at Old Trafford? Do you feel like it's for us or it's for Arsenal?
I don't read nothing into that, bro. He might be there for the day. For Man
he's a Man United fan or he's an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, I don't read nothing into that. I don't have no thoughts, bro. We're just there to watch a good game, but unfortunately, we got soaked in the fucking leak, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I reckon he came down to watch the game with his agent, but he's essentially in England, isn't it? So he's probably going around, probably gonna be talking to a few clubs, Probably took it to United. Probably took it to Arsenal. And probably took it to a few other clubs in the Premier League and across Europe. I think they're just trying to market themselves now, innit? And look for a move. But we need a established striker. We can't have two young strikers.
Yeah,
because that ain't
definitely
established. We need a 20 goal a season striker. Because to this season, what are we on now? What, -4 goal difference?
It's even worse.
Now, all of that.
When we spoke, it was 0, right?
Yeah, 0. Yeah, like we need to get a proper striker in. We haven't got time to wait a few years for a striker to develop. We need to get one established one, and then Højlund can hopefully learn from that striker because Højlund's not ready to lead the line.
Bro, we ain't scored in 2 games, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah,
Bro, I can't remember the last goal
he hasn't scored since. No, he did score against the one before Burnley, innit? That we won. 4-2.
Sheffield. When was the last time we won the game? I can't. If it's
Sheffield. Yeah.
Oh, Sheffield. Oh, we
I'm
scraped
saying
that.
we ain't scored in the last 2 games. I don't think we had a good creative chance in the 2 games, fam. It's kind of crazy, bro. Bro, I'm tired, bro. Imagine you waste 90 minutes and you don't see Man United make a chance, bro. That's actually madness.
Yeah, we don't know. We ain't got no creativity, and our winners don't. Obviously, apart from Ahmad, obviously he came off injured.
Bro, have you ever
our winners don't create, man. They're just shooting and just running into people.
Hey, bro, have you ever witnessed someone play number 10 pass the ball backwards ever in your life? The way McTominay done it, I couldn't believe. Bro, how you number 10? You keep passing the ball backwards, bro. I'm lost.
Yeah. But people like him for some reason.
Oh, bro, it's just them passion merchants, bro. He goes in for the tackle. Passion.
We need to start getting some technical ballers.
Technical ballers, intelligent footballers as well, because we've got too many stupid footballers who can't put 1 + 1 together. You know who he is. Such of a R and ends of a third, because he ain't smart enough, bro. He's a dumbass. But guys, we're coming towards the end of the show. We've got 2 games, Wednesday, Newcastle, and then Brighton. Last game of the season, and next week, guys, we're live again for the season review. And then after that, we got the FA Cup final, and then another catch up, the last one for the season.
Thank God.
Yeah, and then the rest is just all me just doing news and inviting people on to do the news with me. We can still continue the catch up, but I don't know. We'll talk about it.
At least we've got the Euros to look forward to.
Yeah, we've got the Euros to look for. We can probably focus on Euros. But guys, last, I'm gonna go to each one of you guys. We've got Newcastle, thoughts on that game, and Brighton, and of course, any final words. I'm going to start with you, Em, and then make my way around.
Me personally, I couldn't care less about the 2 games. Not going to be funny with you, but it's true. But them hard-going fans that are going to Old Trafford on Wednesday, they need the performance. They need to win, bro. Because how can you end the season and not win? I mean, at Old Trafford, last game at Old Trafford, and not win?
You know, I can't see you guys no more, you know. You and Depster. You can't even see you guys.
It's not on my side.
Yeah, bro. So obviously, as I was saying, bro, end of the day, bro, just win the game for the fans that are traveling. Right now, I couldn't care less. But just win the freaking game, bro. That's all I ask.
And of course, Deps, like I said earlier on, we got Newcastle, we got Brighton this week. What's your thoughts on that and your final thoughts?
Yeah, well, I don't see us winning, if that's what you're asking. But yeah, low fan to the end of the season. You know, I was there. I was actually at Selhurst Park in the 4-0 drumming.
Yeah, you was there. Yeah, was it your bad luck though? Was it you that because of your presence we lost 4-0? Because you wanted to see the Eric Ten Hag football, but you didn't see it.
And the wickedest is I saw Eric Ten Hag football and it was shit. That was the.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I saw it. Bro, I kept hoping that the ball went long, different tactics, but I kept seeing the same drill over and over and over again. I kept seeing Højlund lose the ball. I kept seeing Garnacho lose the ball over and over again. And what was off the field was shocking. Anthony never play at the club again. Mitchell won them that game because he was 1-on-1 for 90 minutes. Imagine being a winger 1-on-1 for 90 minutes and not doing anything. That was what happened at Selhurst Park. But Moving on, I want to stay low. Obviously, right now I've got nothing to believe in. I've got FA Cup, but in the Premier League, nothing to believe in. And in my own personal beliefs, I believe that that youth team can, push us far in it. So obviously, the last 2 games, I do want to see Willie Cannonbala. You do see them on TikToks and Instagrams a lot together. Willie Cannonbala, Ahmad and Garnacho and Mainu. And then obviously alongside Højlund, I do want to see that team for the last 2 games.
Okay. And also you yourself, Jerome?
Yeah, I think the last 2 Premier League games, they're just going to be duds, basically. I don't think we can get 6th place now because our goal difference is so pathetic and we're 3 points off Newcastle and Chelsea. So there's no need for the team to put all their energy into these 2 games. So I don't see us winning either. I'll probably see 2 draws at best, finish 8th, which means that we don't need to play Conference League next season because we just need a clean slate and just be 1 game a week team and just work on things in trading, hopefully. And I think all the so-called injured players will probably return against City in the FA Cup and then just see what we could do in a one-off game. If we win the FA
Lose
Cup,
with the
then
youth team gracefully, man. Just like we can't be watching these seniors lose week in, week out. Like lose with if you're gonna lose and make it make sense. Like lose with the youth players, make it graceful. Make sure that
What Debs? You got more words in your final words or something?
No, just But let me ask you something. Ivorian. When Ems is doing it, when
Ems don't do it.
Yeah,
Jerome don't do it.
Yeah, he does. We will watch
Only
this
you,
back.
bro.
We will watch this back because I've been known. I shut my mouth for the right reasons.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. What you? I want you.
We'll see the back of
I
the
want you
conversation that they
to
had.
watch back here and do a tally chart of how many times you've interrupted people,
Bro,
and then you'll see.
4 times. 4 times.
Why are you mentioning me, Debs? Have you got an agenda?
Yeah, why are you mentioning Ems for, bro?
Interrupted me.
Why are you mentioning them? We're trying to wrap it up, bro. Why is you saying Ems does it? Ems don't do it though.
Yeah, but you just interrupted me. You just interrupted me.
No, because you've interrupted someone's final words. You've had your final words. Ems has had the final words. It's Jerome's time.
We'll watch it back.
Yes, and guess what? I'm petty. I would actually go through the whole video and cut out scenes of where you've actually interrupted and send it to you.
No, but we'll watch it back. You know what? When I'm in the gym, I've got an hour in the gym.
Watch it back.
I'll spend an hour in the treadmill.
And tell me how many times you interrupted.
I will put down every time somebody's interrupting, and it's not me.
No, okay,
cool.
Say no more.
But just to quickly finalize.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me interrupt you again, Jerome.
That's another one. That's another one.
Leave it. Leave it. I got one last 10 seconds.
Yeah, we're trying to, bro, we are trying. Don't worry. I have the perfect remedy. Yeah, go on.
Just mute him.
Yeah, just mute him. Yeah, just mute the guy, bro.
Yeah. I wouldn't stress too much about these last 2 league games because we're better off finishing 8th and just being out of the Conference League. But I guarantee, if we somehow miraculously beat, City in the FA Cup, then this fan base is going to be shameless. I swear down. But we can only pray, innit? Hopes and prayers for the FA Cup final. But forget these 2 league games. Like they're nothing games now.
Yes, I hear that, and of course for myself, guys, I don't see us winning any more games at all this whole entire season. But I would love it if we can beat City. Do you know why? Why I would love it? Because I would love it when Arsenal lose the league on the final day, we end up winning the trophy, and we can end up saying we still had a better season than you, regardless of what's taking place in the league. You know, you went Super Saiyan mode. You had the best defense in the league. You scored the most goals and still lost the Premier League, bro. You get me? But big up to everyone that's tuning today. It's been a wonderful show. Deps had to dip out for a hot sec because he couldn't control his laughter. But we'll see him back again next week, you know. But as always, guys, remember, as I say before, subscribe to Red United TV. Subscribe, of course, become a member. Click on the membership button and help support the channel to grow. And for those who are watching on Twitch, follow Red United TV on Twitch. Follow Red United TV on Rumble. And for those who are watching on X, follow Ivorian_Spice and follow Red United TV on Instagram, Red United TV1, and follow everyone as well. Till next time, I'm back live again tomorrow on Sarcasm City. at 4:30 to do the Mandem United podcast, and then live Wednesday for your watch along Manchester United versus Newcastle. And on Thursday, me and Ola should be back for your Let's Talk Football podcast. And then on Sunday, the last game of the Premier League, which is against Brighton. So your boy is going to be busy this week. And then Monday, we should have the podcast as normal. Next week, we're back. And then we've got the FA Cup final as well. But guys, smash that like button, share across the social media platform. Peace and love to everyone. We'll see you next time. Sayonara.